guys, this is a highly requested video, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a kind of natural makeup look. This is also my kind of go-to every single day makeup look, so I hope you guys enjoy this little makeup tutorial. Also, I'm really sorry for the lighting switch up. I kind of filmed this later in the day and it started storming out of nowhere, so the lighting is kind of iffy, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. First and foremost, these Abib toner pads. I have really dry skin, so they're really great for me. If you want your base to be super smooth and like flawless, then hydration is super important. So this is gonna leave your skin super hydrated and, you know. Also, I had a few pimples around my nose and then I started popping them, so they're a little bit irritated. So I'm gonna try my best to like deal with that. Okay, this has been here for like 3 minutes. I like to pat the excess into other areas. See how hydrated my skin already looks? My lips are really chapped right now, so I'm gonna go in with some purple and just swipe it on. Okay, next up, I go in with the Hada Labo Super Hydrator. This is a lotion, but it's honestly really more like a serum. I usually use like 2 pumps. It's super liquidy and I just tap it in everywhere, especially in my dry spots, which is usually around my nose and around my mouth. Also, I use this day and night because it's so good. It leaves me so hydrated. I just have really bad dry spots, but this really helps if you have dry skin, so I really recommend it. The most important part is to let each step settle in before you put on the next, so it really like gets absorbed into your skin. I like to go in with this Abib serum. It's a firming drop serum and you don't really need to put a lot on, but I feel like it just really helps with making my base super smooth. After that, I like to go in with my sun care products. These two are my absolute favorites of all time. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll go in with this. But also, this gives more of a mattifying base kind of, and this is more glowy. So since we're going for a kind of dewy look, I think it's best if we go in with this. If you have dry skin, this will be really great because I feel like this is one of the only sunscreens that like keep my base kind of looking smooth and like not really dry, because I have like really bad dry skin, so this is my ride or die. It's kind of borderline oily at this point, but as soon as we go in with our foundation and concealer, it will be like the perfect base. For our foundation, I like to go in with this Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour Foundation. It's in the shade 31 Warm Nude. I feel like this is such a great color match. It stays on fully all day. It's really great with coverage as well, but the bad thing about this is that it dries down super quickly, so you have to work like extremely quick with this foundation. I like to go in and create really fine layers, so I get a really kind of natural looking base. I usually do half my face at a time because, as I said, this foundation dries really quickly, so I work fast. Okay, that's one side. You guys can tell the difference, right? Like, the foundation really just mattes it down, but it's still glowy. It's just not giving oily anymore. So I'm gonna do that to the other side and my forehead as well. this is the base completely finished. As you can see, it is pretty thin right now. If you want, you can go in with a second layer to maybe like get more coverage, but usually I only do one layer because less is always more if you want to do a natural kind of makeup look, and this foundation has really good coverage already. After that, I like to go in with concealer, and the concealer I use is the Saem Tip Concealer. Usually I go in with the shade 1.5, but I accidentally brought 1.25, so it's a little bit lighter, but it still works, so I'm gonna use it up and go back to my normal shade. What I normally like to do is just do like a few dots underneath my eyes. I usually just do where my shadows would kind of drop onto, so over here and in my nose area. And I also like to outline like my brow arch under here. I'll do this area to just kind of lift my face a little bit, and then that's kind of like the base placement, and I'll go in with wherever I need to cover up any blemishes. Also, a little quick tip, if you want higher coverage in a certain place, I recommend leaving your concealer to kind of like dry down a little bit. I use the Flower Nose palette. Honestly, I don't really do anything with my brows. I just kind of like to brush it up a little bit so it's going in a nice direction. And I really love the colors here because it's super light and natural, but I'm gonna be real, I don't touch these two colors at all. I usually just use this brown and kind of like outline my tail a little bit more, because I feel like in some areas there is a lack of eyebrow hair, so I'm just gonna like kind of fill it in a little bit, but keeping it super natural. And then just brushing it out. See, that is super light and natural. You can do more with your eyebrows, but that's what I like to do with mine. I don't really do much with contour and bronzing, but I do go in with this V-Shaping palette by Peripera in the shade Deep Brown. It's super light and natural. Usually I just take a little blush brush and kind of swipe it everywhere and kind of just define my jaw a little bit. And under my nose to make it seem a little more tall. For my nose contour, I like to go in with the middle brown and with a smaller brush, obviously. Kind of just define it a little bit. Swipe it in. And that's all I really do for contouring, but also I like to use this palette to define my eggy so. So I use this brown, and then I squint and just kind of like lightly go under. And it's such a great palette to do with because I feel like it looks really natural, so that's the difference. Just put a little bit under, and you know, it creates a little shadow to make it a little fuller, and right in between my cupid's bow, right there, just to make it look a little more juicy. This seems really strange, but I use this, which is actually a lip product. It's the Ink Velvet in the shade 30 by Peripera. This is a liquid matte lipstick. My blush placement kind of really depends on how I'm feeling. Usually it's just kind of like a little C, a little on my nose, and just kind of drag it into my eyes as well, and on the chin. This shade is such a great shade for blush, but it's so nude on my lips, and I don't really like nude lipsticks. Also, I don't really like the formula of this, so I don't really use it on my lips a lot. I don't really like like to go super heavy on my blush because I feel like I'm someone who blushes super easily. So if I put too much blush on and plus me blushing over literally everything, I'm gonna be looking like tomato and I don't want that. So after that, I'll go in with some eyeliner. This is the one by Peripera. It's in the shade dark brown. Because this is kind of a more natural look, I'm only gonna do a like super small line, just really to kind of make my eyes look a little bigger. But so basically what I do is kind of just follow that line that kind of goes down my eye, put it only halfway, and fill in the little triangle that connects it to my eye. And then just to kind of further make my eyes bigger, I'm going to go in with this eyeliner pencil by Heroine makeup, and it's black, but I like to just kind of outline just under my waterline on the bottom of my eye to kind of make it look bigger, but only like up to there. So I'll go from here to here. See how that makes my eye look like a little bigger? And I also like to tight line my eyes with this, so I'm gonna do that. And then I like to go in with my Meteor eyelash curler. I have really short lashes because they just don't seem to grow, you know. The only mascara that works on my Asian lashes is this Canmake Quick Curl, so I'm always using it. When you're curling your lashes, basically you want to just put it down onto your eyelid so you can see the root of your lashes, and then just kind of like clamp it down a few times and like roll it up slowly. I hope that was understandable, but that's what I usually do. And you do that a few times until all your lashes are kind of standing. And that is the results. Right now my favorite lip combo is super simple. It's just this Peripera watery tint and this romance lip gloss. So what I like to do is go in with this watery tint, tap it with the beauty blender, and then this is my romance lip gloss. And that is the makeup look. So okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and do follow me on my other social media platforms over here. Thank you for all the support, and yeah, bye!